Now we have to insert an element at the end of a list. Now we will make another method for inserting an element to the end of a list. We will say that def insert to the to end. Okay, it will contain the same arguments data. Now we will say that if again we'll check if the list contains some data or not. If it doesn't contain some data, we will have to add some data. If self dot start node self dot start node is none, what we have to do, what happened, self dot start, no, here, self dot start node is none. We will say that new node is equals to node. As we already said that we added some data to our node and we called that node our new node, and we are saying that if there is no data at the start of a node, we will call the new node and it will take the node's data, and we are saying that self dot start node is equals to, and now we are saying that it will become the new node. Now we are just adding some data to our node and we are just calling that node a new node. Now what we have to, here we have to return the data. Definitely we are saying that we have to return the data. Now n is equals to self dot start self dot start node. Now we have to iterate till the next reaches null, because in singly linked list we saw that we have to iterate through the data, and in next portion and in next part it contains the address of a next node. So here we are saying that n is the any start node, or we are saying that we are starting from n. Now we will say that this n will iterate till the next reaches null. While we will use while for iteration, we use while n dot next is not none. We are saying that the next contains some data. You have to iterate. N is equals to n dot next. If the next part of the node or the next part of a list contains some data, it's not none. None means empty. It's not none. You have to iterate through the next part. Okay? And we will say that new node is equals to n dot n is equals to n dot next. New node is equals to, it will contain the data. Definitely every new node, the n iterates to every next node, it will contain some data, and n dot next is equals to, and after n iterates to every node, so we are saying that n dot next is equals to new node. It will become the new node. Okay, and new node dot previous is equals to n, and every new, when the n iterate to any new node, then n dot next will become the new node. That node's next part will become the new node, and its node, and every new node previous, like new node, you are saying the current node, its previous part will become the n. So means that n is used to, for example here, I'll give an example here. Now, now you can say that, for example, if I have a list, it's next, n is next, and d is data, and p is, sorry, here n and here p. This is the list one, and now we are saying that this is the previous, comma, data, comma, n. Now, now you can see this is list one. It contains the previous part, the data part, and the next part. And this is the node 2. It contains previous part, it contains data part, and it contains the next part. Now we are saying that the n, where this n will be used to iterate through the next part, because we are saying that if the list is not empty, we have to reach where the n have to reach till n reaches the next part is null. Now we are saying that, for example, n is here. This is the current node. Now this will be the new node. We are saying that if n is here, now you can see n is equals to n dot next. So n will now n dot next. It means that it have to iterate to the next node. This is the next part. So this is the n dot next. This part is n dot next. Now we are saying that new node is equals to node dot data. Definitely this node must contain some data. Definitely this node must have some data. N dot next is equals to new node when, because this node contains the address of a this node, so n dot next must contain the address of a new node. So we are saying that n dot next is equals to new node, definitely, and the new node dot previous is equals to n. This means that that's what I wanna explain is new node dot previous is equals to n. Definitely every node contains the address of a next node as well as the address of a previous node. So this node previous node address is stored in here, so its previous node address is stored here. So next dot previous means that it contains the address of this node. So definitely n dot next dot previous new node dot previous, this new node dot previous is equals to n. So definitely n is here right now. Currently n is here. I hope you understand this logic because it's quite tough to explain here. So this is what this is the basic part, or to insert the element to the end of a list. Now in next video I will explain for deletion of a node at start and deletion at the end.